Welcome! This week's video, I wanted to change the pace a little bit and introduce to you aromatherapy and essential oils and talk a little bit about the benefit that these oils can bring to you on a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual level. I'll leave some more information in the notes above or below this video, but I wanted to just kind of make this video as brief as possible to make it something that you can digest a little easier. So I'll just go over a brief overview of what essential oils are, where they come from, and how they can benefit you. So what are essential oils? Essential oils are the volatile oils that plants naturally produce that give them their unique aroma. And these oils serve many different purposes depending on the plant, but overall, it helps with the survival and the ability for that plant to thrive in its environment. And the way that these volatile oils work for their mothering plants are very similar to the ways that they can benefit us when we use them as well. In order to use these oils, of course, we first have to extract them. So there are two main ways that we extract these oils. One, through steam distillation, and two, through expression. And basically what expression is just squeezing. So it's usually used for citrus fruits. And there are a number of different ways that we are able to receive the healing benefit from these oils. The main two methods is through topically on the skin and through inhalation. But some of the oils are also safe for internal use as well, just depending on the oil. Before beginning your essential oil journey, I do want to add in the disclaimer that these are a very potent and concentrated way of working with plant medicine. So less is more when it comes to essential oils, and also just be cautious. Because they are so potent, some of them do have adverse effects when used topically. Some of them cannot be used internally. And if you have underlying health conditions, make sure you know that oil and know that it's good for you before beginning to use it. And when it comes to topical use, my rule of thumb is to always dilute it using a carrier oil such as fractionated coconut oil, jojoba oil, sunflower oil, or any oil that can help to disperse that medicine a little bit more. It doesn't dilute it or make it any weaker, but it just makes it safer. And it also makes your oils last longer, which is an added benefit. So the first oil that I want to talk about, I'm sure you've all heard of, probably most of you have used this oil once before, is lavender. So lavender essential oil I consider to be kind of like the grandmother of essential oils. It's like that grandma that you go and visit and she just takes care of all of your troubles, heals your wounds, and just soothes your soul with love and comfort. Lavender is really well known for its calming ability. So it can be used in instances of anxiety, irritability, also really great for physical or mental stress, great for insomnia, and also just to balance mood swings. So it's really good for our emotional health and trying to calm the waters of our soul and our emotions so that we can better approach our day-to-day life. Physically, lavender is anti-inflammatory. It's a sedative. It is antibacterial, so it's really great for healing minor burns, scrapes, wounds. It's also really good for headaches and migraines, which I've personally had an experience with. Helps to bring down the energy of the headache or migraine to make it a little less intense. And lavender is actually really great for our hair as well. It can help with dry, brittle, or loss of hair. So that's another added benefit. Now let's go into energetics. So lavender is really great to cool the liver qi. So in traditional Chinese medicine, the liver is the ruler of our emotions. It's also the ruler of the flow of energy in our body, as well as the flow of our blood. So because it's really good for cooling overheated liver, It can be great to ease irritability, frustration, or anger, especially in instances of extreme stress or emotion. In addition to the liver, lavender is also very soothing and calming for the chi energy of the heart and helps to support that chi energy. And the heart in traditional Chinese medicine is the ruler of our mind. So lavender can be really good for calming those really deep emotions that are overwhelming us and kind of flooding into our mind space. And with that action, it can help to ease nervous tension, can be really helpful for insomnia, and can also be good for soothing even heart palpitations, especially those caused by overwhelm and nervous tension. And with the heart being the ruler of the mind, lavender is a great oil when you are trying to release stuck mental patterns and habits. It helps you to let go of those so you can dive into new, more creative pathways. So it's a really great oil to inspire creativity and also great for nurturing our self-expression. Lavender is a generally safe oil to use. It's got so many different uses, so it's just one of those really good ones to have in your toolkit for any given situation. And the only contraindications I've really ever come across is not using in high doses for depression or for low blood pressure. And the reason being is lavender has therapeutic actions of being a sedative, which is contraindicated for depression. And it can also be hypotensive or lowering to the blood pressure. So if you already have that, you don't want to add insult to injury by throwing a bunch of lavender at it. So the next oil I want to talk about is bergamot. Bergamot is a citrus oil that is really great for uplifting the mood, calming the nerves, and it's really refreshing for the spirit. And just as an aside, citrus oils in general are really uplifting to the mood, so they're really great ones to have in your toolkit, but bergamot especially is one that I go to often. Bergamot is probably one of the best oils known for its ability to ease anxiety. But that's just one of the many benefits of this oil. It is also really good for depression, mental, emotional, environmental stress, PMS, hormonal moodiness, which I know I've experienced, and bergamot is really beautiful for that. And also good for loss of appetite due to emotional stress, or also for indigestion due to nervous tension or stress as well. Some of its therapeutic properties include, but are not limited to, it is anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, it's a sedative, a deodorant both for the air and for the body, and it's also a nervine. And nervines are oils that are really good for calming the nerves in the nervous system. Energetically, bergamot is great for harmonizing liver chi. Liver chi is good for governing our emotions, so bergamot is really good for encouraging healthy, effective, and gentle release of pent-up emotions especially. So if you feel like you're bottling things up, they're really starting to build, really use this oil as a tool to help slowly diffuse and release those emotions in a healthy way. Overall, it's good for releasing feelings of grief, and it is also just relaxing, uplifting, and good for overall emotional release. Bergamot is a generally safe oil, but it is one of those you have to watch out for. It is photosensitizing, meaning that it can make you very sensitive to the sun. So just avoiding sun exposure for up to 72 hours after the use of bergamot, unless it is a bergamotine-free variation of bergamot. So now let's talk about use. So we're talking mostly about emotional well-being, opening of the heart, balancing our emotional bodies. So the best way that I suggest using it in those instances is either through inhalation, or you can use it diluted topically on the pulse points, either on the wrists, behind the ears, or also on the bottom of the feet is a really great way to use it. As far as using for inhalation, you can use in a diffuser, or you can just open up the bottle, take some deep breaths with the bottle underneath your nose, and then allow that to sink in. If you are using it in a diffuser, these are oils that pair really well together. So I suggest trying 3 drops of lavender, 2 drops of bergamot, and maybe add in another oil. 2 that I like to use with them are ylang ylang, good for like sensual healing and confidence from that more sensual and feeling space. Or frankincense is another good one, and that's good for more tranquil clarity and intuition, as well as connection to the divine. And for topically, if you are doing it that way, doTERRA has a touch line. So it takes all the math out of the equation. You can just buy an oil in a roller bottle already diluted with fractionated coconut oil at a safe dilution. So I suggest going on and checking that there. If you have questions about dilution, you can feel free to reach out to me. So let's talk about how you can get your essential oils. So my website for buying doTERRA oils is my.doterra, and that's doterra.com/wildnature. I'll include the link in this video. So you can go on there, shop through their individual oils or their proprietary blends. They have some really beautiful ones on there. Or if you have any questions about where to start and you're not sure which oils to start with, feel free to reach out to me. You can reach me by email at natalie@harmonizingcare.com. I'll include that here as well in the video. And I'd be happy to walk you through the beginning of your essential oil journey and make some suggestions of where to start. So to close this video, I just wanted to take a moment to wish all of the beautiful mothers out there a happy Mother's Day. I hope that you have a relaxing, rejuvenating, and loving weekend. And I hope that you enjoyed this video today, and I will see you all next week with a new video. Bye.